back. This is a message for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Cross Watcher, or any other sign. Okay, welcome, everybody. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I'm live again for other messages, other material. Please feel free to use the chat if you're joining us during the live. Use the chat to let me know how it's resonating. If you're watching this after the live stream, please feel free to use the comment section below. What's up, James? How are you? Hey, Gina. How's everybody doing this evening? Okay, so we are going to do another reading. Hey, Brad. And we're just going to dive in and see what's going on in the energy, see what's there. And I'm looking at forward movement, right? I'm promoting forward movement. So we're definitely going to take a look and see what's going on. Hey, Tala. Hey, Willadine. And then we're going to look into energies around you. And then also we're going to look at moving forward. All right, Pisces, because we got to keep swimming. Y'all know we got to keep swimming forward, right? Okay. I'm going to be using yet again the Radiant A.E Waite Tarot here. Okay, little mini cards. So bear with me with the shuffling because they are tiny. So let's see. All right, so what we got, Pisces. Always remember that time is fluid in tarot. So this could have already happened, could be happening now, or could happen sooner than you think, okay? All right, let's get into it, Pisces. Let me get two more good shuffles, and we'll definitely get started here. Let's get one more. All right, what messages do we have for Pisces? All placement or cross watchers watching that may resonate. Tala. What do we got, Pisces? Okay. Whoa. Wait a minute. Dropped a few cards here. Hey, Bianca. What's going on? Juliana, what's up? What's up? What's up? All right, Pisces. Let's take a look. See what we got. We had some great messages earlier. Okay. So the overall energy, I have 6 of Wands here in the reverse. Fire energy to start off the reading. At the bottom of the deck, I have the Death card in the reverse here. I'm hearing burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. So maybe somebody was born during the disco era. Like in the 70s, maybe. During the disco era. Give me a little bit more on the 6 of Wands in the reverse. The 9 of Swords. This could be where you're choosing not to think a certain way because it puts you at a place of feeling like you feel sorry for yourself. So it's like, hey, Teresa, you don't want to feel that way. It's like you're avoiding feeling that way or feeling sorry for yourself, something like that. Give me a little bit more than 9 of Swords. The Judgment in the reverse. Yeah. It's this vibe of like, you're trying to avoid feeling this way. Of feeling sorry for yourself. It's like maybe you have been I agree, Bianca. I miss the 90s too. um Maybe you've gotten to this place where you realize like, hey, I've been hard on myself. I've been feeling sorry for myself. I've been feeling regretful, and now I see that I need to be a little bit softer on myself. I need to be a little bit more careful here. With the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. I'm literally hearing I need to try harder not to be the bad guy. So you could be feeling like you need to try harder not to be the bad guy, or you need to try harder not to feel like the bad guy. The death in the reverse here, Scorpio energy. You could feel like, okay, I don't want to always feel like the bad guy. Seven of Swords in the reverse. But why do you feel that way? I don't think you've done anything deceptive. It's King, not Seven of Swords in the reverse, followed by the King of Wands. Maybe it's has something to do with your ability to trust people. The Empress here in the reverse. You could have an issue trusting people. Like, give me a little bit more on the Empress in reverse. The Ace of Pentacles in the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Chariot. It's this vibe of like people, the person has to show you that they're for real before you will believe them with the Chariot. So it's like, until I see it for myself, or until I feel that you're telling the truth, then I can't move forward. But if I feel pretty comfortable with it, I can move forward here. So it's this thing. It's not like you feel like people owe you anything. It's just that because of probably what you've been through, which was the Five of Cups, what you've been through has taught you some major lessons. And you're like, I have to see that a person is for real. I got to feel like they're for real. I'm not just going to take what they're telling me. Some of you could be saying, okay, actions speak louder than words. And I'm going on that with the Four of Pentacles here. Give me more on the Four of Pentacles. Page of Swords. So in the past, Pisces, you've learned a lot. You've learned a whole lot. But you've also come to a place with the Page of Swords of not taking everything so seriously. With the Magician, you've been working on manifesting a much better outcome and an even better beginning based off what you've been through. The Five of Pentacles in the reverse. I'm hearing something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. Huh. Somebody in a wedding recently, or you attended a wedding. The Hierophant in the reverse. You are at a place right now where you're realizing that you can no longer look at your past as being like a crutch. Some of you could have felt like I've been drowning too much in the past, that I'm not allowing what's for me to make its way to me. So maybe you've gotten to this place, you've identified with the Ten of Wands that you've been holding in a lot of anger, a lot of frustration. And you come to a place where you're like, yeah, these people hurt me. Yeah, I was thrown off course, but I realize I have to release that energy so that I can get to what's for me. Okay? The Seven of Wands, I gotta let go. This is the vibe that I feel like you have. Seven of Wands, because you've been trying to avoid the Three of Swords for a long time. You've been trying to avoid getting hurt. Who wants to get hurt? No one. You've been trying to avoid it. And with the Page of Wands in the reverse, I'm hearing giving me every reason not to. So you could have felt like there was a person in the past that gave you every reason not to believe them. The Queen of Cups in the reverse. You couldn't feel that this person had your best interest. And that's a given. You just couldn't feel like they had your best interest at all with the Temperance. I feel like you tried to remain balanced. You tried to remain calm. Ace of Wands here in the reverse. And I also feel like with you trying to remain calm and balanced, it almost feels like You tried your best to create a better reality. And I feel like maybe it has taken some months or years, but you're actually seeing things being created better. Okay, you're being more successful with manifestations with the high priestess here because you've identified and you're well aware of your power as the high priestess. Could have dealt with a Cancer here. The Ten of Swords. And I feel like the biggest piece of being in that high priestess mode was identifying what those betrayals taught you. The Strength in the reverse, Leo. So for every circumstance that you face that seemed to have been tough or hard or, unbalanced, with the Eight of Swords in reverse, you were released. You were saved. You had courage. With the Knight of Wands, you were a trooper. You went through it like a trooper, like a champ. Okay. Six of Cups in a reverse. Could have been an energy that didn't give to you. Somebody didn't give, like the Star in the reverse. This is, they didn't give to you. Let me see. What did they not give? The Three of Cups in a reverse. This person didn't give the proper side of the union that you had. They just didn't give to it. Why is this standing out for Pisces? Page of Pentacles. Because this is standing out, Pisces, because it's this vibe of now you know what you deserve. Now you know you at least deserve for somebody to meet you halfway in a connection with the Lovers here. You realize that. Like, I deserve somebody to at least meet me halfway when it comes to a connection. Okay. So maybe it was someone that you felt like wasn't doing their part. Six of Pentacles here. You were giving, and they were just taking. But giving very little with the Ace of Cups in reverse. Giving very little to the situation. All right. With the Queen of Pentacles. And you're sitting there qualified. I'm hearing qualified. You were qualified and ready to go forward. But this person, they may not have been the person that you needed to do that with. Queen of Swords in reverse. They may not have been the person that you need to do that with. But you see that now. Okay. With the Wheel of Fortune. Look at that. Yep, you see that now. You see the wonders. You see the moving forward. You see the beauty of everything that has happened. The pain, the turmoil, the frustration. You see with this Three of Swords here. Yeah, you've been hurt, but also you see what has come out of it. And to be honest, some of you feel like if I had to end up right back here again, I would go through the pain, even though it was hurtful. But if I could come back and be wise like I am now, give me the pain of it all, because it taught me so much. And it also taught you to value people when they're around you. Some of you make the best. I hope all of you do this. But some of you make the best out of every situation, and you enjoy the company of people that you love, your family, friends, because the one thing about healing from something traumatic or something that really took a lot of your energy, you find solace and happiness in the fact of, okay, this happened to me, but it didn't break me. And I enjoy the moments that I have with people. I enjoy the time that I have with people. The big moments, the little moments. You know? Okay, so let's look at the energies around you. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I'm live again. And for other messages, please feel free to use the chat to let me know how it resonates with you, okay? All right. Let's see here. get two more. Hey, Lucia. Wish you could see something. 30 years is a long time to get what you're. Maybe you're missing a word to get what you're. Okay. Hold tight, everybody, to the end of the live. I will be answering a few subscriber questions. I tried to get on last night, but something was going on. So I'm going to be answering a couple of subscriber questions at the end, okay? Try to get those in. All right. So the overall energy here, I have the Nine of Swords in the reverse. Could be dealing with the air sign. Bottom of the deck, I have the Queen of Cups here in the reverse here. Okay. There could be someone that doesn't feel, they feel like you're not the same, or you don't feel the same. Okay. Thank you, Teresa. Five of Swords here. Yeah. There could be someone that they just don't feel like you are the same, or something like, give me a little bit more. The Queen of Swords in the reverse. Someone could be feel like you're not the same. You don't carry yourself the same. You don't think the same. Energy around you feels different. Three of Pentacles in the reverse. I don't know who this person is to you. Give me a little bit more. The Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. This is someone I feel like has seen you at your worst, or one of the hard times, and now they can't identify something about you. Ace of Cups. Could it be because you're happier now? It's something they can't identify. The Knight of Wands. Yeah. They quickly realize this. I don't know if you've had an interaction with them. It doesn't have to be an ex. It could be anyone, really. But they, with the Knight of Cups in the reverse, they quickly realize that, number one, you're the High Priestess. And number two, like, how you two relate is so different. And with the Sun card, you're coming off as very happy, very stable here. We got the Moon energy, Pisces, you. This is your energy, Cancer also. Okay, in the past we had the Moon. Clarify the Moon for Pisces, or all signs. Let's see. Page of Wands in the reverse. This person has identified that you've never been a person to make hasty decisions. Five of Cups in the reverse. You've always went with what made you happy. We got the Hierophant here in the reverse. You've always made quality decisions. Okay. Queen of Wands here in the reverse. You've always done what made you happy. Or with the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, something that made you happy or made you feel fulfilled. And now that you have a different energy with the Devil here, this person looks at this a different way. Why do they look at it different? Six of Swords in the reverse. They could honestly feel like there's no going back for you. No going back to this old version of you. The King of Swords in the reverse. They feel strongly like there may not be any going back for you. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. They don't know exactly what you're working on, but it's clear that to them that you've been working on yourself. It's clear that you've been doing a lot of work and really just being in tune with the Temperance in the reverse. Yeah. because you've had an imbalance, but with the Four of Wands, you've been pretty stable and secure. You have happiness in your life. King of Cups here. I do feel like this person sees you as a wish fulfillment and more emotionally in tune with the Judgment. And this person feels like that you've worked hard for everything that you have so far with the Nine of Wands. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely somebody that's seen you at your worst or seen you at a bad time. Okay, so give me a little bit more on this person. Why are they showing up in Pisces reading? Why is this person showing up? 3 cards. 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. 8 of Cups in the reverse. And the 8 of Wands here in the reverse. Somebody hasn't been able to move on from a situation where I feel like the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, like, it's almost like both of you lost something, right? No jumping in, cut the BS out. What? Teresa, what's going on? Both of you went through something that you both took a loss. You both took an L. 8 of Cups in the reverse. Neither one of you wanted to walk away from it, but with the 8 of Wands in the reverse, it couldn't go forward. 3 of Wands here in the reverse. It just couldn't go forward for whatever the reason here. And this person sees why. They know why. It could have been with the 7 of Swords. There was some deceit here with the Death in the reverse. Oh, absolutely, Teresa. The Death is in the reverse. And I feel like you had to get away because you didn't feel like it was going to turn out to be anything positive. So you got out of it. The 2 of Cups in reverse. Yeah. A lot of you, this is a love situation. You didn't see there was much hope in it. Ace of Swords in the reverse. I feel like you poured your heart out to this person. And how do they feel about that? The 9 of Cups in the reverse. And I don't feel like they returned the energy. Why? What was going on with them? What was going on with this person? The Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. This person is slow to show up. They're slow to show up. They're slow to speak. Like they just, it seems like they take a long time really being efficient with the conversation. Chariot in reverse. And it could feel like you'll never reach the destination. Hey, Winston. So that could be why you just were like, okay, I need to just get out of this. 10 of Cups. So this person could feel like, okay, Pisces got away from this. They're focusing on their 10 of Cups. They're not thinking about me, this Tower in the reverse. But deep down, Pisces, what they don't know, a lot of you wish that this would have worked out, but you don't like how they were behaving. You didn't want it to end, but you knew it had to because you wanted fulfillment without whatever this was that was going on. But that may be something that they don't even realize. With the Strength card, Leo. And it took a lot of strength for you to walk away from such a significant situation. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune. And yeah, we got the Wheel of Fortune here. So yeah, it took something for you to walk away. The Magician in the reverse. From such a significant situation. This meant a lot to you. But you were unable to move forward here with this person. The Hanged Man in the reverse and the Hermit. You could have felt like this person was keeping stuff from you or keeping their feelings inside. Yeah. You could have literally felt like, hey, this person's keeping their feelings inside. They're not really telling me. Or you felt like they were hiding something. Were they hiding something? Let's see. This person hiding something? The 7 of Pentacles. I don't think so. They could have been going through a transformation of some sort. They could have been trying to literally grow. You know, we all reach those moments differently with the 3 of Swords, which with them having to learn these tough lessons, it could have ultimately put them in a place of causing you pain, causing you heartbreak or something. 3 of Cups in the reverse. And what else? The Empress. You just knew what you had to do. And I feel like with everything that had happened, This person knows with the Fool card that you went after a new beginning, whoever this is. That at the bottom of the deck with the Two of Swords that they didn't see coming. Now this could have been an individual that has just really been noticing that your vibration is totally different. You are on a whole different wave. You could literally be ignoring this person. Maybe this person's been trying to get your attention and you're ignoring them. Not that you're being rude, you just don't have any interest. So, you've taken somebody by surprise here. Okay. Well, let's look at forward movement here. All right, let's see. Somebody's surprised at how things have turned out. Let's look at forward movement for Pisces. And because the questions that I'm receiving via email they're starting to be not just questions, but they're scenarios, but I understand where people are coming from. I'm going to be generalizing the questions at the end. So I'm like, just like a general question, and hopefully that will help. And then if you ladies and gentlemen will give your comments, okay? Or give your feedback. All right, let's look at forward movement and advice moving forward. Page of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Swords. I'm hearing that song by Justin Timberlake. You don't have to say what you did. I already know. I found out from him. Cry me a river. What in the world? Clarify the Page of Wands. King of Cups. Oh. There's some people. Thank you, Tala, for your super chat. Thank you so much. You could feel like whoever hurt you, you're just like, cry me a river. Like, hold on to your feelings, because I can't. I'm literally hearing somebody say, because I don't give a D. Like, Ten of Cups in the reverse. Moving forward, you're like, hold on to your tears, because I don't want to see them. I don't want to look at them. I don't want to realize what it is. Seven of Pentacles here. You could feel like I'm growing beyond this. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. You don't want to go back. Strength in the reverse. Leo. Nine of Pentacles, clarifying the Strength in the reverse. You could feel like it took so much for you to get to where you are with the Knight of Cups in reverse, and only to have this slow moving energy. Clarify the Knight of Cups in the reverse with the Hierophant. So you could feel like, okay, the best thing for us to do with the Judgment in the reverse is to let go. Page of Cups in the reverse, and you could want this person to quit blocking new love here. The Star. Does this person keep showing up? Or Ten of Wands, yeah. And it's like a burden to you. But I feel like you're going to know how to handle that. Eight of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, you're definitely going to know how to handle that. Two of Cups in the reverse. Even if you have to cut out of this connection. The Lovers in the reverse. Gemini energy. You have cut away from it. But I'm saying even if you have to literally cut away completely. Four of Pentacles in a reverse. Because clearly somebody hasn't really learned their lesson. Or maybe this person did learn their lesson and they're apologetic. They have regret. Six of Wands. Yeah. With the Queen of Pentacles. Somebody's choosing to move forward. Knight of Pentacles here. Who is this coming in fast? The Tower in the reverse. Somebody could be coming in fast that never wanted this to end. Or this could be somebody new coming in that doesn't want things to end. Nine of Cups. This could be somebody new that you're dealing with or will deal with. They're not going to want things to end. Anything else? Five of Pentacles. The Five of Swords in reverse. So this could be a person here that didn't want things to end, but you could have felt like they threw in the towel. Two of Swords in reverse. And you can see that clearly now. Like they threw in the towel. Give me one more. Ten of Swords in a reverse. Yeah, you can literally feel like this person threw in the towel. Or maybe this is you. Maybe you threw in the towel like, I'm done. So what's the advice for Pisces moving forward here? Well, generally we have that in here, but let's see. What's Pisces need you to move forward? Take your justice and move gracefully with the Justice card. You've earned it. You've earned this peace of mind. You've earned this position that you're in. With the King of Swords and the Four of Swords, you've earned this. You waited a long time to have this going on. And you've earned it. Eight of Cups in the reverse. And you've also earned an energy that will not walk away from you just when things get tough. Empress card. You've earned that. So walk with your head held high and move towards what really, the energy that really deserves you. Okay? All right, everybody. I'm going to do those couple of subscriber questions. Like I said, they're turning in, like, they're turning out to be long emails, but I'm going to do a summary. And I know, like I said, we're not counselors. We're not, well, I'm a life coach, but we're not counselors. We're not therapists. We're just everyday people, just, you know, have been through some things. And I feel like the feedback is helpful. I just ask that we all remain respectful. We remain thoughtful when we're responding, okay? Because we never know where people are with their healing. And all of us have the right to, you know, speak our minds, even if the other person doesn't really understand it or whatever like that, okay? So the email that I received was from a gentleman that is dealing with a woman. He's dating a woman that has children. The children are teenagers, and the children are extremely close with their, I don't know who has custody or what, but anyway, he feels a little different because he's never dated a woman with children. He expressed that thank you, Bianca, most of the women that he's dated, they didn't have children. So this is totally different for him. And he wanted to know what is the best route to take if the ex-husband wants the woman that he's dealing with, wants her back, but she doesn't want him, but she's interested in this new guy. And he feels different because he knows that the ex-husband and this woman have history and they have children together. But the divorce is final. She says that there's nothing left of them. It's over. Not sure. Let her go. Why is that, Brad? Not sure why. You know, I'm not sure. I don't know of the details. But, you know, I have to ask you, ladies and gentlemen, because especially for the parents that have children. I don't have children of my own right now. So I can relate as far as the relational part, but the children part, I'm not really familiar with that piece. And I don't dare try to cross. Hey, Drianne, I didn't know you were in here. Great to see you. I don't dare try to cross that line. You get what I'm saying? I definitely want to give efficient and quality feedback, even though it's up to the subscriber to make the decision. I really think having feedback from you, ladies and gentlemen, has been very helpful. I've received a lot of reviews. A lot of people are just like, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. They want to remain anonymous, and I get that. But, you know, we're helping people. Ryan. Okay. So here's the thing. Thank you for your comment. Did she tell him about the ex and that he wants her back? Okay, let me read again, Brad. Did she tell him about the ex and that he wants her back? Yes. Yes. And this woman says that she wants to be transparent. Okay, Teresa, let me read. Hold on for the comments coming. He should let her deal with the ex. That's between them. They are teens, so they make their own opinions. Okay. Brad says let her go. Okay. Driana, if she is loyal to him, trust her word. She is. Okay. Teresa says she is honest. Okay. Okay. So, everybody else, if you have something to add, because what happens is when I do these questions, what you're typing here, if you go back and you watch it later, it will come up. I'm trying to read it out loud just in case, you know. Sometimes the chats will show in the same day. Sometimes it may be a day. But when the subscribers get to view this information, they'll be able to at least hear me reading your responses. So if you have anything you'd like to add, please feel free. Her ex only wants what he can't have. I agree, Teresa. I've thought about that. And I'm going to tell you why I thought about that. Because my mom and dad have been divorced for years. And my mom, she remarried and all these things. And she's been doing well. And he wants her back. But it's only because she did something that he never expected. And that was to be happy without him. That was big for him. And that's the only way that I can relate to this situation, even though it's two different scenarios. But the thing about it, when she was trying to work on the marriage, he wasn't in tune. He wasn't trying to connect. And we've all accepted it. I mean, it was hard when we were growing up and all that to go through that. But kids adjust. Children will adjust. And honestly, I feel like my parents getting a divorce was probably the best thing that could have happened to me. Because it was just not ideal. And I love my dad, I love my mom, but they just don't do well together. Hi, Mind Family, much love and blessings. Hey, Danny. My parents just don't do well together. When there is trust, there is relief, more honesty. No one can control what an ex does, but she was open and honest, and that's key. Driana, I totally agree because, honestly, she could have told him, she could have just held it. She could have just held it and not said anything. If she has no interest in her ex-husband, he should open up and trust her. Just because her ex wants her doesn't mean she wants him back. That's true. Teresa, she needs to make sure that she is standing up for her new guy. Keep strong boundaries. They need to have a good communication. Helping raise someone else's children, it's hard. Brad says, I feel differently because to me, she don't sound sure. No one is being strong in the situation. Plus, she has to learn that lesson, either take charge or walk away. Ooh, Brad, that's a very good viewpoint. That's very good. We need the variety of answers, so I appreciate that. Thank you. In my opinion, Danny says, you put your cards on the table and save ourselves all the BS. Okay, so Danny, you feel like the lady was putting her cards out on the table and the subscriber that wrote in to want to be a part of it or not. Okay. Ryan says, what's so hard to have a conversation them and clear the air and make his choose and make a decision with his brain and not your heart, because your heart will lie. Well, here's the thing, Ryan. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Here's the thing. The situation is fairly new. So I guess they're still trying to get to know each other. So trying to run in like that may not be the ideal situation. Timeless says she should respectfully let her ex know she has moved on and there's boundaries that need to be placed. Now, that's something I totally agree with. Absolutely. Slim says, I say leave. You don't have kids, and she has nothing but baggage from what I'm hearing. Even I don't want to hear about an ex. If I'm with you, that's supposed to be done and under control. Well, I agree, Slim. I get that. And that's the thing. I don't know if this woman is being transparent because she knows that the ex-husband is a troublemaker and doesn't want this new person to walk into that, or if it's a situation that just makes her feel uncomfortable and she's just, I mean, it's hard because we're not there to see it. Danny says the only way is communication. That's true. Brad said those cards that she put on the table aren't good. She still spoke her ex back into her equation. Well, that's the thing. Do you think she's speaking the ex back into the equation? Or is she just putting it out there because they're still co-parenting? Teresa says, I've been in this situation, in this poison. I never talked bad about their mom. I didn't feed into any traps, set his ex or children. I invited her to dinner. Wow, and holidays. Whoa, we went to school events and we acted like adults. Ooh, I wish more people would be like that. I wish more people would be like Sam said she is. That's called triangulation. How is that triangulation? Maybe I got lost a little bit. Driana says as long as she shares with her man and there's open and honest communication, give it a chance. If he leaves, then he's not for her. I have been in a situation they have to co-parent. Yeah, see, I haven't been in that. Um, so that's why I'm asking, you know, about it to get feedback from people that have been through it or going through it now. There has to be understanding and understanding and inner. What do you mean? Do you mean understanding and inner? What was that, Driana? Brad says nothing wrong with co-parenting. She didn't start with that. Oh, you mean, yeah. So you're saying that this lady should have told this gentleman that she was co-parenting. So that could make it seem like she's confused, right? Because she didn't say, "Oh, we're co-parenting." I don't even think co-parenting was mentioned in the email. I'm sitting there thinking about it, I'm like, mm-mm. Yeah, that makes a huge difference because my parents they co-parented. When my mom and dad divorced, I was in the 8th grade, so I was about 14, 13, 14, and they were co-parenting for a while. Let's see here. Teresa says it's not the kids' fault. I knew I wasn't their mom. I would have been there for them like they were my own. Okay, free limitation of your mind. Entering to a connection is energy with, in essence, Pisces feel that. There has to be, Dariana says there has to be an inner standing with self. Okay, don't put more into it. One can overanalyze. Yes. Your mind can really go. What's up with the W, Brad? Your mind can really race if you allow it. Okay. And Brad, I like the fact that you pointed out co-parenting. I feel like if it was presented in a way to this subscriber, like, okay, yeah, we are co-parenting. We only talk for the sake of the children, but I don't want anything with him. I want to move forward. And even if she would have said, he has been trying to get us back together, but I'm not interested in that. I want to move forward with my life and hopefully with you. Then I could see where, that delivery probably would have came out better. I think it would have come out better. He should have conversation with him. If he can, Teresa. Sometimes, I mean, eventually, the parents are going to meet each other. Okay, Brad, I understand that mind element, but still, she could have cleared that up from the beginning. And she mentioned the fact that the ex still wants her. Yeah. I mean, let's be honest. Like, a lot of this happens a lot. I mean, you see it portrayed in movies, you see it portrayed in with the celebrities and all that stuff, but it's truly up to the person. Like, somebody can want you all day, but if you're going to give into temptation, then that's on you, right? It's just like exes when they want to come back. Boom, Brad. Woo, coming in strong. Say what you mean and mean what you say. That's right. Free your intuition. Life is like a box of. I agree with you, and because you're talking about time and energy, as long as she keeps him aware of the ex's intention, I believe that. Driana, Danny says it takes two to tangle. Yeah, I believe that. It's such a difference. Yeah, I agree with all of you in different ways because I do think open and honest communication. And Teresa, I like what dynamic you had, which it would be nice if other couples could be like that. But some people can be very argumentative and causing issues. Um, and I'm in the email, it also stated that she has been in a situation where the ex-husband tried to cause issues with a other relationship that she was in, and the guy that she was talking to at the time, I guess he just fell into it and it became a mess. So I guess this subscriber knows how this ex is. Now that's true, Brad. Let me read that. I don't want to hear about the ex still wanting you and I'm coming to you wanting to put my energy into you. That's a bad chess move. It is. And it's like, I totally get that. But it's like, would you rather the person not tell you at all? Or would you rather for them to tell you and you know ahead of time? It's like, what? It's kind of hard when you weighing it out. It's kind of hard. Joanna says, what if you were not given a chance because of an ex's actions? How would you feel if someone just walked out on you when you're trying to do the right thing? I know, Driana. Yeah. With all the due respect, person, what is now they have to do something with it. With all due respect, this person, what is now they have to do something with it. Not sure what you're saying, Danny. X for a reason, right? I'm not sure what you're saying. I think I kind of get what you mean. I mean, yeah, it's all up to them, but these discussions help. It's totally up to the person. And get this, it's not just a subscriber that is benefiting from this, it's other subscribers that come across this channel and they hear about this because you got a lot of people going through this. All right, let's see what we got here. Brad says again, a strong woman would have cleared that stuff up from the beginning, especially if she's really. That's true, Brad. I agree. I agree with that. Especially if she knows, or if this is a male, he or she knows. If you know that you are really wanting to move on, and you know that your co-parenting partner first, like Brad mentioned, it is important to mention that you're co-parenting, right? And it is also important to already tell that new person that you do have a boundary. Okay. And also just be upfront and say, hey, this is my situation. I am doing it for the betterment of my children, you know, and I just want you to know I'm being upfront, open, and honest. Teresa, a tough situation takes great communication between them. That's true. Anyway, it goes free will is given. Someone needs to heal in areas where there may be trust issues. That's true. Overthinking is assuming that are overthinking is assuming that you are overthinking. Huh. Well, Driana, I agree. They still have time. Yeah. And I'm gonna add they will still have time to learn each other. That's right. I'm gonna add this to the equation. You gotta go on your instincts. You gotta go on your intuition. And if you're watching this subscriber that has written me about this situation, you gotta go on your gut. Don't ignore your gut. But also try to distinguish between your gut and paranoia. And the thing about it is your instincts will let you know. Your instincts will let you know. And if the person is being upfront, I mean, I commend the lady for just telling him anything. Because honestly, y'all, the way the world is now, she didn't have to say anything. She could have just dealt with this guy, got what she wanted from him, and never said anything. His gut was telling him what to do when he asked the question the first place. Well, Brad, I'm not really sure. I kind of got the vibe that he was wanting to handle it in the right way, because when I say ask questions, they have the chance to ask anything, you know. And if you're a person that has never dealt with anyone that has children, it can be tricky. But if you have already been with somebody that was co-parenting, then you understand. But if you've never been in that situation, hey, I would ask. If I had to go to a counseling session, I would ask, because it's something worth asking. And when you don't know, it's important to ask. Could be. Could be, Brad. So let's turn it around, everybody. Let's turn it around. Let's talk about the men. Okay? Any of you men in here have children and you've decided to move forward in your life? How have you handled any type of baby mama drama here? This is for the fellas that may come in, okay? Yeah, Bianca. I mean, honestly, she didn't have to say anything. She could have just played it out. She could have played it out, got what she wanted from this guy, whether it was emotional, physical, or whatever support, and just really went on about her business and never told this guy anything. It could have went so many ways. But the fact that she was willing to say something, okay, Brad, good for you. So, Brad, how did you handle it? Did you say that you were moving on? Because, I mean, you could really help a lot of guys who may have not gotten to that place. And did you say, hey, I'm just moving on? We're not going to be together anymore. I always care about you, but we're not going to be together. Did you handle it in that way, or was it just understood? Because I know I got some fellas that's got the same question, trying to deal with moving forward from the child's mom. Be upfront at the start. If they don't, it would feel entrapment best to know at the start. I agree, heart soul. I did tell them I'm moving on. They didn't handle it well. Yes, I told her to her face and let it go. Ooh, absolutely. I was tired and she already knew. Ooh, ooh, okay. So you told her. So you pretty much said, hey, we're not going to be together. You know, if you got to call me, it should be concerning my child. Okay, I get the vibe where you're coming from. You more than likely, Everybody, this is from Brad Booth, one of the frequent viewers, along with a few others, Teresa, Darisha, Driana, Bianca, a few other ones, Danny, that I see all the time, Gina. I know there's a lot more, y'all. So I apologize if I didn't name you, but hey, it's all love. So Brad told his ex up front, like, we're done. That's no cap, right? We're done. This is not going to be anymore. I'm going to do what I can for my children. If you got to call me, it better be something about my kids. And if they have a cell phone, I can imagine you want them to call you instead. You know what I mean? If that to me is the epitome of a man that has moved on, or a woman. Whoa, free limitation. I'm at a point where my kids are old enough, and yet she tries to use my kids. Men, don't be scared to say it to her face. Well, Brad. And see, that's the thing. So, Brad, or anyone else, any other man, do you feel like, and ladies, you can chime in as well. Do you feel like when a man is done, he's really done? And I say that because sometimes women can kind of, it's not that they're weak. It's not that. It's the nurturing side. Okay. You know, women, I've always heard that women can be a lot more forgiving than men, but I'm not sure. You know, for like, I'm going to be honest, like my cousins, when I was growing up, my cousins and uncles, they would always tell me, like, the moment that the woman that they were with go and sleep with somebody else, even if they're broken up and they're not together, but the moment that that woman goes and sleeps with somebody else, they're no longer interested, because they feel like that was once their territory. So it's like, now that's not mine anymore. I mean, I'm just saying, even though people break up and make up all the time, but I've heard that, you know, just based on some males that I know, friends and family, it's like it does something to the man in some way. It's true. Okay, Brad. Wow. I mean, I can't speak for all men. There may be some exceptions to the rule, but I've always heard growing up, and a few other guys that I've worked with on a job, and just all around, older gentlemen, younger gentlemen, that it's like, even if he separate from the wife or separate from the girlfriend, the moment that she goes and sleeps with somebody else, another man or a woman, whatever it is, it's like he loses respect for her. I believe that, Danny. It's like he loses respect for her in that sense, even though he could still care about her, but he loses the attraction to know that she have laid down with someone else and all of that. And I mean, he could have moved on too. You know, he could have moved on, but I've just heard, I guess, because men are like known as the hunters, that can go both ways when moving on to another. I believe that, Driana. I believe that. I learned that lesson. Tell her to her face and the truth and let it go. Wow, Brad. Brad, you don't cut no corners, man. It's just like, okay, heart. So you don't cut any corners. Whew. For me, if I would, let's just say I had children, and I was trying to get back with my ex-husband. If I text him all of my emotions on a text and he doesn't answer me back, that would be my answer. It's just, that will let me know where he stood. If I tell him I don't know why we can't work it out, this and that, and he don't say anything, that's gonna let me know that he is no longer connected to me like that. He'll always care for me because we have children together, but that's as far as it's probably going to go, you know? And even if you get back together, is your heart there? Is your mind there? Or is your heart and mind on the other side of town with somebody else? Know your worth and you will know what to do. That's right, Driana. Mm-hmm. That's right. Brad does have self-respect. Derek, hey Derek, let me read. True. We understand that women have an emotional connection with sex. So once you gave yourself up to someone, women have already checked out the relationship at that point. So you think, okay, so Derek, you feel like the woman has checked out when she has went and slept with somebody else? So she's checked out on the previous guy? That's a good point. Never heard it like that. Sounds like a twin flame. Could be. If you build it together, it won't ever be the same. I agree with that. Everyone will see it differently based on experience. That's right, Dren. Everybody's experience is different. So if you're watching this, everybody coming in, you're going to be watching this after the stream. Just know that this situation, the way that it orchestrated, it's going to be different for everybody because the dynamics are so different. Self-respect and self-worth, yes. Akita, hello. I bought all three of my kids their own phones for that reason. Don't call me. Ooh. Oh, you serious too. Good to see you. Yeah. Dark night of the soul. I agree. Take what resonates, family. Thank you, Danny. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah. So this is a big topic. It's a big deal for a lot of people. But I do feel like what Brad said, and all of you really, but what he said stood out about being straightforward with the ex when you're really ready to move on. Even if he or she doesn't want to hear it, and they may keep trying later on, but they can't ever say you didn't tell them. In a lot of ways, men conquer a woman's mind and spirit through sex. So someone has claimed your territory, so to speak. The loss of loyalty makes me walk away. Ooh. Oh, I never thought about. I appreciate their perspective. Derek D says, let me read that again. In a lot of ways, men conquer a woman's mind and spirit through sex. So someone else has claimed your territory, so to speak. The loss of loyalty makes me walk away. Brad says, I feel like if I have to ask a question like that, I already know that the answer to what I'm going to do. That's true. And that's true. I think a lot of people when they ask the question, they already pretty much know. They just like to. I think it's confirmation that they may be looking for. Like, okay, yeah, that's the right thing. Or I was thinking, that's a big E back in the 90s. Deal with it the way you see fit for you. Go with whatever is pleasing to you. I agree. Big trouble. Hey, big trouble. Not only with the ex, very straightforward with everyone. That's right. I agree. I totally agree. Yeah, a lot of the questions I'm finding, people pretty much know what they're going to do. I think they just want a little confirmation. My pleasure, Derek. I think they just want a little bit of confirmation. They just want to, they already know what they're going to do, but I think they like to hear if somebody else has been through it. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that. That's why I started the subscriber questions. Call the kids' phones. Don't call me, buddy. Respectfully, Bianca. Like we don't have anything to talk about anymore. Nice turquoise, by the way. Thank you. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Akita, I've expressed to my husband of 10 years that I don't want to do life with him anymore and I don't desire him. We've been separated for 2 years now and he just won't let go. I feel obligated to him. Well, all I can say about that, I'll never tell anybody to leave their spouse. That's not my thing. But if your heart is not in it, there's no need in staying. You know, it wouldn't be fair to you. It's not fair to him. No, they want approval of the opposite in wrong direction. Brad. Thank you, Driana. Brad he's such a sharp shooter, y'all. Oh man. Anyone else want to chime in? I think you know when you are kicking a dead horse. Oh, are you talking about when the ex? Yeah, he is, Teresa. When you talk, Derek D, are you talking about when the ex try to get the other person back and they know that there's no interest? That what you're referring to? The heart knows what it wants. That's true. That's true. So to my fellas, when your ex woman, whether you have kids with them or not, and she's trying to come back on strong, it's a no go, right? Especially if she's being with another man. I mean, we got. I just like the feedback, y'all. I just like the feedback because this is heavy. This is a big topic for a lot of people, and you see it all the time in the readings. Trying to come back, trying to come back, trying to come back. You know. Yep. No way. It's a no go. I would not do it into anyone. Tell an epic story from source. Awesome reader. Keep up the light work. Thank you, free limitation. It's good to hear both points of view. I agree, Teresa. You have no idea how these questions, well, when we have the lives and we discuss different things, it's really helping a lot of people. That's why I love the feedback. God holds the reins on your heart. He tells you to say, whoa, hold, wait a minute now, heart. That's true, Brad. That's true. Yeah, you do get those little feelings, that kind of the signals. And then you also get a signal of, okay, this is safe. This is safe. Still got to be careful, but this is safe. You know? But you'll know if it doesn't feel natural to be with somebody or even having a conversation with them, if and it doesn't feel natural, like y'all naturally get along, y'all naturally just relate, you already know. You know right then. If it feels forced, mm, I need to donate. Okay, Akita, do the super chat or thank you so much for wanting to donate. Do the super chat or my cash app, $ Pisces Empress 555 if you're interested. Also, some of the situation can look a certain way when it's actually not. Intuition will always lead you. That's true. You'll get those little you'll know. You see a perfect feather, pick it. Also, sometimes a situation is what it should say. At some also sometimes a situation is what it should say. Is there more to that, Driana? The above statement had errors. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. Oh, also sometimes a whole situation is what should look at a certain way. It's actually not intuition. Okay. Okay. Thank you. I got that. Thank you. Yeah. So you definitely have to look at the situation. I'm telling you, if if my ex-husband, if I had an ex-husband and we had children, and if I'm trying to get him back, and he even tells me that, okay, my son or my daughter has a phone, so if they need me, they can call me. Basically saying, I don't need you. I don't need you calling me unless it's an emergency. Like they have a cell phone, they're able to call me. And I would get it in. I'd be like, okay, this man is done. This, he's not interested. in me like that anymore. And as much as it hurts, I would let go. At least I think I would now. I'm just saying, because we're all different. But I'm telling you, like, to me, that would be like lightning to my soul. If he, it would feel just like lightning. I'd be like, whoa. You tell me, oh, well, my son and my daughter, they have a cell phone. They can call me if they need me. I don't need you calling me and telling me anything that they want to say. That's true, Danny. Some people don't take rejection lightly. Yeah. Derek says, I think what is important is why you want them back. Is it comfort? Is it time invested? Do you feel abandoned? Is it the highs and lows of drama? It could be all of that. It could be all of that. It could be all of that. I mean, when you're trying to establish a relationship and you kind of maybe it doesn't work at first, I can understand how people can reconcile, but it's like if it's been years and you two tried on and off for many years and it just didn't work, then it's probably like, okay, we're probably two different people at this point. Codependency is huge. Give me 1 second, everybody. You can keep right on discussing. Okay, let's see what we got here. Brad says, I understand the heart part, but the heart makes you miss the red flag. That's true. That's true. So, how do you feel about in this situation with this gentleman and this lady? How do you as parents, those who have children, how long would you wait until your new partner could meet your children? Because we all know we're protective of our of kids, and we want to be sure that this connection is going to work before your children meet this person. And some people are very particular. They don't want their child to be around just anybody. You know, how do you feel about that? Introducing your children to your new person. Is it when you're feeling comfortable, or you feel like enough time has passed? Where are you at with that? We know when our children are ready. Okay, Danny. Thank you. Okay, Driana. Did he say out loud he didn't want to move forward? If so, his intuition speaks. Who are you referring to? You referring to the subscriber? Oh, you talking about the second question? Oh, the second question. Okay. The second question about, let me get it right. Okay. So in the email, like I said, y'all, it's becoming like actual email. So I'm trying to give like a general question based on the information here. So the thing is, in both scenarios, both people want to move forward. And they've said that. All right, let's see. I didn't meet a woman to raise or get involved with my kids, so I am not settling that up, but they would take a while for me to do. Oh, yeah. Okay. Driana, the subscriber, wait to introduce children. If it doesn't work out, they can get hurt. That's true, Teresa. They'll be looking for them. I really don't know being someone that in that space now. Okay. Heart, soul. That would depend, be upfront from the start about them, but meet when you know is going to be the real one. I agree. All the divine time and family patience is a virtue. Oh, I love that, Danny. I believe patience, self-preservation, continue your hobbies, continue, working on you. For the subscribers that have written me about those two scenarios, have your own life going. Keep your own life going. Thank you, Sharon, for joining. Keep your own life going. The second question was regarding oh man, I be trying to generalize these questions. I believe the second question was regarding, y'all have to help me out cuz I'm still I didn't write this down. I should have. I regret not writing it down. I had it off the dome and I was like, okay, maybe I'll be able to remember, but I get so caught up in talking and all of that. It'll come back to me. But we were basically discussing boundaries when it comes to moving forward when you have children with an ex that may want you back. Yeah, with the ex that may want you back, but you don't want them, because you're trying to see about someone else. You're trying to pursue something else. Oh, yeah. And the fact that we were talking about with some men, they can't, I mean, really, it's both sexes. But I just know primarily men. If the man has separated from the woman and they went their separate ways, the moment that that man knows that the woman has slept with another man, it's hard for him to go back to her because he sees that as marked territory because another man has been there. So basically, how do you feel about people that want to try to come back and they've been with somebody else? Children shouldn't see partners going in and out. It sits. That's true, Teresa. It's basically done for. I believe that too, Danny. I didn't want to say that. I didn't want to say that because even for me as a woman, if I've been with a man for years and I know that we broke up, well, it doesn't matter whose fault it is. But the moment that I found out that he's been dealing with another woman on that level, he been up close, if you know what I mean, I'm never gonna stop thinking about him being with somebody else. Like I'm never gonna stop thinking about it. So I can't imagine as a man, men are, and these are grown children. No, they're like I believe high school age, so they're not exactly babies, like ninth grade and up. So I just know I've always heard growing up, maybe you've heard it yourself. I don't know. You feel free to hear that men, it's hard for men to deal with a woman when she's dealt with another man. You know what I mean? It's just hard. Even if what's wild is even if he's been with another woman. But it's just something about that woman messing with another man. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm not a man. I don't know how it works. I don't, you know. And he just And so the new person has already, I feel like they have an advantage. Nothing's guaranteed, but they have an advantage as long as that new person is totally, if they're into that person, if they're into that, like, okay, a man and a woman, right? If a man meets a woman that he's down for, he's attracted to her, great conversation, they're getting along, they're taking things slow, the sex is good, like everything seems to be working, right? But he's taking his time. And he may have an ex trying to get back with him. That woman probably has more of a chance, as long as she stays loyal and things keep going on and improving. She has more of a chance of being in a solid connection versus that ex that has dealt with other men or other women or both. You get what I'm saying? Because that new person, if that person remains loyal, that, hey, that's mine, because men are turtles, that, hey, that's mine. That belongs to me. Even though not property, but you know what I mean? Like that person, that belongs to me. Like that quality time, that space right there belongs to me. And I've just always heard that it's hard for men to deal with their woman being with another man. And if you've experienced this, fellas, and you taking your woman back and she was with somebody else, share if you feel comfortable. But I've always heard, and I've witnessed friends of mine trying to go back to an ex after they dated somebody else or been engaged to somebody else, and he couldn't get over the man couldn't get over what happened. The fact that she was dealing with another man. What is frequency? What do you mean? You mean what does it mean, or do you mean, are you asking what their frequency was? Teresa, what did Teresa say? I think she said about the children that they can get hurt. Yeah, that's true. So look within without, not without. That's true. It takes a lot for both people, men and women, to be vulnerable, especially men, because the men, they have this exterior. So when he gets a woman or vulnerable, period, that means he's trying to trust. He's trying to invest a little bit, and that shouldn't be taken lightly. Friends have done it, but it has be forgiven and forgotten. So it starts new people. Brad, what's up with the face? What's up with the face? I'm telling you, for a lot of people, that is a no go. Like, you deal with another man, that's it. And I mean, I have male friends that say the same thing. They're like, if my lady mess with another man, it's a wrap. She might as well just, I'll always love her and all that, but if she mess with another man, it is a wrap. I mean, I can't go back there. I can't go back there. Since later, automatic out. Hey, serendipity. Yeah, I've heard it a lot. They just can't work through it. But they have a right to feel the way they feel. Now, I'm not knocking that. I would want to know if he had an ex who may try to interfere with a relationship, then I could prepare myself for possible drama as long as they are honest and upfront. Okay, Teresa, great point. Oh, painting Pisces. I've already did the reading earlier. I was rewatching because I missed the first part and something told me to come back. Are you about to start? I already did it earlier. If you want to rewind, nothing is to me talked about the past. Yep, rap for me. Pisces in this chat see the truth, and they are overthinking the way not to do, not to be. I feel the relationship is off. I ask questions and observe behaviors. I'm not going to jump to conclusion. That's true. We all have the right to feel what we feel, regardless if we right or wrong. That's right, Danny. I agree. I agree. Okay. So I say, you know, and here I got another question. I got another question. Why is it so hard for people to say? Why do you think is this people guarding themselves? Why do you feel that it may be hard for some people to say I love you? If they've said it once, why is it hard? Cuz like I've actually heard of some people saying, "Well, I'm not going to keep saying what I already said." And it's like, "Okay. So is it because saying I love you is makes them feel vulnerable? Pride and embarrassment, vulnerability. Yeah. Does it make them feel vulnerable or what? Akita, I made that mistake and regretted it. What mistake did you make, Akita? Unless they, who is doing? I think it's vulnerability. Maybe you know what? They might be scared of pouring feelings in. They're trying to be watchful, but their actions show you. Their actions show you. I mean, really, they do. They act. The actions show you. I love you is like a verbal commitment. Sound like mind games and control. Yeah. But why the game though? They probably want to be sure. Yes, actions are indicator as well. Yeah, Driana. I wonder for the ones that play games like that, I wonder what's the point? Because they're investing as well. Even though they may not recognize it, they're investing in the person as well. Once you said it said, and there are expectations. Okay. I feel like that's why it's best that the two people have their own thing going when they playing games checkmate them. I feel like it's just best that the people have their own lives going just in case, you know just in case. I feel like you should have your own stuff going. Don't stop doing what you've been doing that keeps you good, keeps you balanced, keeps you in peace. Don't stop doing those things. Because when a person really wants you, y'all, they going to come and get you. I mean, I think that was Judge Lynn Toller said that on TV. They're going to come and get you. You're not going to have to jump through all these hurdles and all this stuff. If a person really wants you around, they're going to come and get you. They're going to make it known. They're going to make it known. And I mean, that doesn't mean it's going to be perfect because we got things going on, but you're going to know. Serendipity. There are some who say it too much, like as a hello and goodbye, or way of saying sorry without saying sorry. That's at the other end of the spectrum. That's true. I got a few uncles like that. Like their way of saying I'm sorry if they made their wives mad, they go buy her something, you know, and they never say it. And all she wanted is the word. She didn't want a brand new dress. She just wants you to say, "Hey, babe, I'm sorry." But that's their I'm sorry, you know. Keep following. That's right, Driana. A person can say something and do the opposite. Check the action. That's true. That's true. For me, it's the actions and how you feel about around the person. Actions speak louder than words. How you feel it when you're around them. Yep. How are you feeling when you're around them? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna share a story with y'all right quick. Then before we go, I was dating this guy a while ago. Like it's been a few years, and I've always been very proactive. I'm always thinking ahead, and I keep forgetting. Now that I've been on this journey here, um, I'm a little different. I understand more now, but back then, I was dating this guy, and we both had our hearts broken and all that stuff. And so, just like anybody else, you want to be safe. And I believe in safe sex and all that, not to be too personal. But I got so that I was like, I would buy condoms. And, I would have them at my I had an apartment at the time. And I was like, okay, if he doesn't have any, then I would have some. And do you know that this person said, well, why do you have condoms? And it didn't click in my mind until I was like, oh. And it was like, why do you have condoms? Have I ever come over here without condoms? I'm like, no, but I just wanted to make sure. So I'm like, okay. I like, cause but you just never know how certain actions affect people. I really didn't think anything of it. I really didn't. I thought maybe, okay, that's what I say, Danny. I didn't regret it. I didn't regret it, but I was really. Brad said because I have sex too, bro. I mean, I was really just maybe I overstepped. You know, maybe I overstepped, but I was really thinking. I was thinking about both of our well beings because he had a full work schedule and all that. I didn't want to be caught without anything. No, the box was not open. The box was closed. You know the little 3-pack of the Trojan? I went to my local drugstore at the time when I lived in an apartment and I just picked up a box. I was like, okay. Okay, Danny, thank you. Yeah, at the time, Brad said dude was not for you. I don't know where his mind went. I'm thinking like, you know, if anything, I would have been like, okay, that's right, Driana. I would have been like, okay, this my girl, she got okay, yeah, she looking out. Especially with the box being closed, like, but he was just it went a totally different direction. I had no idea that he was gonna react like that, you know. And I'm like, I said, no, I'm not dealing with anybody else. Not, I mean, like, I said, I don't do that kind of stuff. But yeah, that went left. And I'm sitting there like, at the time, I was thinking I did something wrong. But I didn't want to. Oh my God, Brad, that would have been, ooh, that would have been tough. That would have been tough. I didn't want to be like, I didn't want to be caught without protection. Whether he had it, I mean, I've always just been kind of proactive. It's like I haven't had many serious relationships, but when I have one, doesn't what people think, it's what you know. That's right, Danny. But when I have somebody that I'm serious about, and I'm serious, and we are at that level, you know, I'm thinking to myself, I'm doing the right thing. Seeing some weird things and situations in medical, you did good. Thank you, Driana. I'm like, I didn't want to get caught slipping. I'm like, okay. And certainly I didn't want that. Not saying, anything was wrong with him. I didn't want any type of anything catching anything. And I certainly wasn't ready for children. And I mean, it was a lot of the reasons why we go for protection. Those are all the things I was thinking about. But he just took that thing and he went somewhere else with it. I'm like, that's right, Danny. I don't regret it because I knew why I did it. I just didn't expect his response. That's all. But maybe he went through a situation where there was cheating. I don't know. But I told him, I'm like, at the time I said I'm pretty much an open book. So, I don't have a reason to lie to you. I would have been like, damn right. Let's do this. Oh, well, see, Brad, that's what I thought. That's what I thought the reaction was gonna be, and it was not. It was something else. I thought it was gonna be like, "Oh man, thanks. I'm so glad you did that." No, it was different. It was different. So that made me think it having this conversation tonight on here made me think about that even back then. Now I can kind of see how territorial men can be. I just thought about that because I experienced something similar to a man being territorial. You know, just caught you have a Mr. Reading. It's at the beginning, Pisces 22. Thank you for coming in. I had no idea, but I didn't regret it. I just wasn't expecting his response. Thank you, Pisces 22. I wasn't expecting that response, y'all. I was like, what? This dude getting mad because I bought condoms? I'm like, he should be happy. But no, it was prepare for the worst but expect the best in your life. Yeah. Cause that's the worst thing in the world to be trying to do whatever and then you don't have a condom. It's like, okay, you know. Prepare for the worst. Thanks for your time and message. God bless you. Thank you, Danny. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you so much. Serendipity. Yeah, I just That conversation went all the way left. I'm like, why is he so mad? But then when I was thinking about what we're talking about today, I'm like, okay, that's. I mean, he. I mean, we don't speak at this moment, but he still kept calling me after that. But still, he was just at the time, just like, okay, take care of yourself, Danny. It's like at the time, he was just like, oh, okay, you know. Like I said, I don't regret it because I know why I did it. I was being proactive. Allowing someone new to meet my kids. Okay. Yep. So that was, I don't know, it just made me think about this that experience. I was like, oh my goodness. But you never know what that person went through. End up telling what they went through. That's not an excuse, but I'm just saying something had to have happened, you know. And I had to tell him, I said, look, I don't let just anybody in my apartment. Like, I don't let anybody just in my apartment, in my bed, especially. No. I don't do that. I don't let anybody just in my personal space like that. So when we meet people, you just never know what they've been through. But it's not fair for them to take it out on you. It's just that we walk into so many different dynamics and situations, and it's all about how we go about them. And it's nothing wrong with compromising and trying to understand the other person's side. But if you get to a place where you feel like you just can't compromise, you're just not understanding, then we have to think about something else. No, 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 no. Brad. No, we weren't. I was just talking to him about the situation, and I was explaining to him like I don't just have anybody at my apartment. I don't just have anybody in my bed. I was telling him just in case he was thinking there was somebody else. I told him like I don't just let anybody in my apartment. I don't just let anybody lay in my bed. I was letting him know that. If it made a difference or not, I don't know, but I was letting him know I'm not the type of woman to have different men in and out of my life like that. Yeah, that's true, Driana. Like it's hard for me. Let me tell you something, y'all. It's hard for me to date one person. Now, people that are able to date multiple people, my hat goes off to you, but I can't do it. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much going on. It's overstimulation. So that's not for me. My home either left allowed two men I've dated. I've had, yeah, yeah, Driana, absolutely. Yeah. So sometimes people aren't used to if of people taking care of themselves and being proactive. Some people may not be accustomed to that. Like, yes, reminds me of found someone in ex's drawer, a bunch of phone numbers. I was like, geez, a collector. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Be honest with me either. Yeah, I don't let anybody I don't let just anybody in my space. I'm real particular about that. Always have been. So I gotta feel a pretty good vibe. That doesn't mean I know exactly what's gonna happen between me and a person, but I gotta feel a pretty good vibe to have somebody in my home, and even more of a vibe in my bed. Like, cause my bed is like sacred space for me. I have a guest room and I have my bedroom. Either one is still sacred. I was in a relationship with those men, so 6 months to sleep with one, then first time 7 months with the second. I got to know serious about me. Oh wow, that's awesome. Oh yeah, I did post a question yesterday. Let me go ahead and ask that. What do you think about the different kind of kisses when you're first starting to talk to somebody? Like, what do you feel like a forehead kiss means? What do you feel like a kiss on the cheek means? You know, let me get your feedback on that. Joanna says, accept only what you will allow. That's right. You got to start out with boundaries, and I'm telling you, if the person, if they want you, they will abide by your boundaries. You shouldn't have to lower your boundaries, the things that really have helped you to contain yourself, to be with anybody. Forehead, care, Driana. Yeah, forehead, cheek. When people kiss you like on your forehead, your cheek, or if you've ever kissed someone, how did you feel? Were you, enamored by them? This guy was dating, came to my home the first time, and I literally said, "You think you're bougie, and you're not." I was confused. Oh my goodness, Akita, what in the world? Wow. Well, you must have a nice, clean, and decorative home, and some people may not be used to that, but that's okay. That's okay. That's them. If you've ever given a forehead kiss or a cheek kiss or a kiss on the lips, what did it mean for you? Hey, Deborah. Meant to be. I feel like it was meant to be rude. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. If it was rude, then shame on him. Probably he may have gotten jealous. Who knows? People are weird, man. Some people, or hurtful. Yeah, when you got somebody like that, they could have been jealous of what they were seeing. Sounds like he was a bit jealous, may have felt intimidated. Yeah, Pisces 22. He could have. He could have. A forehead kiss has got to be someone I might know for a while, but nothing in the beginning relationship, but that's just me. Okay. Forehead kiss. Okay. So someone you've known for a while, got to be someone I think. Hold on. Got to be someone I might know for a while, but nothing in the beginning of a relationship. That's just me. Okay. I like you, but with the forehead kiss, the cheek is endearing. The lips is just take it further. Okay. Great way to sum it up. If I kiss you, it's serious. I must really be into you. I know that's right, Bianca. That's where I am. If I, if I am willing to put my lips on your face, I'll try to tell you, I gotta like you. I got to really be into you because I had an ex one time, y'all, that I just, for some reason, when it was time to kiss him, I just, it disgusts me. Doesn't mean he was a bad guy. It just disgusts me for some reason. It just didn't. Mm, I don't know. I just couldn't get with it. I couldn't get with it. But so if I get to a place where I don't mind kissing you, I don't mind. I'm telling you, that means I gotta be into you. How is it for men? My ladies and gentlemen, do you really have to be into someone before you kiss them, or you're more of a casual kisser? I know for me, I gotta be into you, man. I'm telling you because You got a lot of things that people do with their mouths these days. I'm just saying. And I'm telling you, kissing is so sensual. It's so sensual. It's so up close and personal. Like, mm. And then if we're French kissing, it's got to be on another level. Brett said, "I ain't." Wait. No, he said truth. Okay. And Shawana says, "I ain't kissing anybody." That's right, Shawana. Yeah. Yep. I'm telling you, Brad, he typed truth in all caps. I'm telling, I gotta be into him. I will not allow anyone to kiss me if I'm not attracted to him. I can't do it. I don't play about my lips. But seriously, I don't just kiss people. I'm telling you, Bianca, no way. Mm-mm. I'm telling you, I have to really feel something for you to do that. And I like it. If I like it, that means I really like you because I'm telling you. I got to. Jojo said not a kisser. Okay, and not everybody is. Because I know with one particular ex, I was not. I just could not. Every time he would reach out to kiss me, I got sick. I'm like, oh. Yep, I have to be into them been going out for some time for me. Yeah. Yep. There has to be a certain feeling. That's true, Driana. I gotta feel you like that. I just gotta feel good with you to do that to me. It's just me. And then going a step further definitely has to be something there. When you love your body like that and you recognize that your temple is what it is, you have a different way of carrying yourself. Has to be a certain, yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me ask one more question. If you felt sick, how long did you know that God wanted to kiss you? Brad, that was when I was in my low vibrational days. I was with this man for a minute. We were together for a while. And every time he would try to kiss me, I get sick, y'all. Oof, I would get sick. And I'd be like, oh my God. He's, I mean, and sometimes he would have crumbs around his mouth. I'm like, ew, like, oh, no. We can't do that. No, I couldn't do it. I could start thinking about my own oral hygiene because I go to the dentist faithfully every 6 months. I'm trying to take care of my teeth, my gums. And then I look at that and I'm like, ugh, I can't do it. Ugh. I hit that Rick Ross. I can't. I can't. I can't do it. I can't. I know he meant well, but I just couldn't do it. The attraction, it wasn't. Totally unkept, Driana. Totally. 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 And I just couldn't do it. And there wasn't no need of me trying. I wasn't gonna sit there and make myself sick trying to kiss him. No way, Jose. No. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. Yeah, barf bread. Exactly. So let me ask you, ladies and gentlemen, this. Then we really gonna go. Okay. How do you feel now that you're out here dating? This is a question from me because I've thought about this because I am more of an introvert than an extrovert. How do you feel about dating someone that's kind of tucked away? You haven't really heard much about them. They don't have a reputation like that versus having someone that's a bit outgoing. What are your thoughts on that? Does it matter to you? Does it make you feel safer that the person may be tucked away? Or do you feel more comfortable with somebody that's more social? What are your views on that? A lot of people may say, oh, if they're tucked away and you don't really hear much about them, that person, has their own thing going. If they haven't really heard about them being with different men or different women, that's a turn on for some people. You got some people that prefer people that have not been out there, don't have a reputation. Then you have some that are just like, okay, well, that person is way too quiet, way too to themselves. You know, what are your thoughts? I felt sick when my ex tried to kiss me. I went off on him. He ain't my type anymore. Do you prefer a person that's tucked away, haven't really heard much about them, or you like somebody a little bit more outgoing? Social matters to me because I like to have fun and open conversation. Yeah, I get that. I'm talking about like a person, like like a person that's not known to date a whole lot of people versus somebody that's known to date a lot of people. How do you feel about that? I guess maybe I didn't word the question correctly. Or does it matter? Some people don't matter. I like both. I just want someone who's real and loyal to me when we together. Okay, Shawana. Absolutely. Deborah says somebody who is laid back. Okay. Someone whose heart dated a lot of people. Okay. Someone who hasn't dated a lot of people. Okay, serendipity. I can understand that. I definitely have another. I do have a subscriber question. I want to get this one in here after we get the feedback from this. And then we're truly going to log out, y'all. Okay, both are good. I will be careful with the outgoing is a play your heart. So I agree. I agree. Okay. If he's tucked away with the good reputation, he's a winner. If he's social with the good rep, he's a winner. I agree. I agree. Definitely someone that hasn't dated your friends or or too many like friends or oh goodness, I hope not family. But even though they've dated other people, but no like close proximity. It's a little bit of both social at times, but a little low key. I don't want social data. Yeah, that's true. I agree. Definitely a turn on a man that keeps to himself and don't put himself about. Yeah, Brad. Thank you, Pisces 22. I'm telling you, like a person that hasn't been with your friends and people that you know close, like that can be a lot to deal with. That could be a lot to deal with. Okay, and one more, y'all. If you're starting to date someone new, and a lot of us are probably in our 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, or older, um, how do you feel when a person tells you they want to settle down? This is for my fellas and ladies. How do you feel, or if you've ever told somebody at this point you're ready to settle down? That doesn't mean getting married, nothing like that. How do you feel about that? Do you feel like that person is serious? Do you feel like it's game? Do you feel like, maybe they're really into you, or maybe that's truly what they're looking for? How do you feel when you hear somebody say, "I'm ready to settle down"? Because that's something that you hear all the time. As long as he has a good heart and good rep, I will not date anyone who has been with my friends. It's preferential. I get it, Driana. I can't do it either. I can't. It's too much. It's too much. Like Medea said, I'd rather sit by myself with a goldfish and a puppy than to let somebody come in and make me miserable. It's like, mm-mm. If I'm not ready, even though he is, the answer is no. I will kindly let him know my feelings about it. Okay, that's fair. If you've ever said that you were ready to settle down, did you say that because you felt like that person that you're telling it to was the one or could potentially be the one that you want to settle down with? If you've ever said it. It's for my ladies and gentlemen. I'm good with that. Dating sucks. I want to settle down. That feeling is okay. Anyone else would like to chime in? If you've ever said, I'm ready to settle, I'm at a point in my life where I want to settle down, did you mean that? Or was it, how you were feeling? Or, you know what I'm saying? Or how do you feel when you hear people say that? Somebody tells you, like, I'm ready to settle down and all that kind of stuff. I know a lot of people that I know that if they're not really ready to settle down, they don't even say that. They just kind of like bypass it and just try to keep. Brad, you said, so why do you feel like it's a red flag? If I say it, I mean it. Okay, Driana. Why do you feel like it's a red flag, Brad? I never say it first. I don't need the heart. So I just really try to get to know the person. I just listen just to see. Um, because are you trying to convince me? Brad. He has his man. You got binoculars on. You can see him from a mile away. You got your guard up. I mean, you got armor on. Brad is not here to play, man. Yeah, that's a good question though. Unless they're dating with the intent of wanting to be married, intentional dating. That could be what he or she is trying to share. That's what I was thinking too, Brad. I had a side eye while thinking about the question. Yeah. It's real. That is true. But you got people that play games like that. Then you got people that may be serious. Like, you know, just depends on the dynamic. I want friends first. I want to like the man as a person. I agree, serendipity. I totally agree with that. Friends first. Let's get to know each other. Let's get to know each other exclusively just to see where this is going. If we're in the right direction, maybe with the side. So I say really get to know each other first and go from there. I agree. Cause I got a few friends of mine, y'all. I got some friends, male friends. I've always been able to get along with men better than women. Always been like that. And I have some male friends that, they have girlfriends, fiancés, and they say, it was something about when I turned the age of 40, I just felt different. And I'm like, well, how did you feel different? And they can never say, like, they said it's just something you said he said it may not happen to all guys, but I just felt different. And I'm thinking, well, what happened? Like, I felt different. I felt like I was ready to settle down. I felt like I was, and I don't understand that. Midlife crisis. Serendipity. Have to be real. I'm over the games. Friends first. Be going see if any red flags. I agree. Heart. So yeah. I'm like, what does that mean? Like, how do you what made you feel different? Yeah, I believe in friends first too, just to see if you connect, see if your ways of living and all that stuff can go together and everything. See if it works. I mean, yeah, like I'm just no, my friends like they say that or they when they started turning 40, they would say it's just something about it. I just feel different. I want to settle down. Um, thinking about my career, and I'm like, well, what in the world? And in my mind, I'm like, weren't you thinking about that before? Moment you turn 40 and reflect back and think, what the did I do with my life? That could be it, serendipity. Cause I got one friend, right? He was a wild child. Now he was out there. He was out there. He was clubbing. He was doing all that. It'd be like he was doing all of that, and then all of a sudden, we all, we were getting older and this and that, and then now he's one of the ones like when I turned 40, I had already. He's like, I done everything. I've been out there. I've been clubbing. I've been doing this. I've been doing it. Now I'm ready to settle down, and I feel different now. Something about when I hit 40, I just felt different. I'm like, how did you feel different? What was different? Maybe I have to be a man to turn 40 because I don't get it. Is this person someone who has been around for a while? Say about at least a year. What do you mean? When you talk about my friends, because I've known them for all my life. My male friends, and they have girlfriends. They got fiancés, and they started turning 40, and it just. I'm like, they should have to be stopping clubbing at 30. Well, yeah, that's true. I can't disagree. Shawana, yeah, that's true. That's true. They sound lost. That's a possibility. That's a possibility. I guess it goes with that. You need to get you a good woman and settle down type deal. I know in the South that's a thing where the moms, the sons get to a certain point. They're like, when you gonna get you a nice girl and settle down? You just need to get somewhere and settle down. And I'm like, okay. Now the women don't necessarily hear that, especially when with the men supposed to be seeking out the women, but that is something strong. When a man starts getting older, it's like when you gonna meet a nice woman and settle down? Yes, your male friends who is wanting more from their connection with whomever. That's a good question. I don't know the time frame. I just know he just like when I turned 40, man, everything just felt different. I felt like I need step my game up. And I'm like, okay, Brad. Well, we know Brad doesn't feel that way. You got men in their 60s still playing. That's right, Deborah. You He just talking. And what's the point of talking? And Brad, let me ask you something. And any other the fellas, you can chime in. Like I've had some clients to reach out to me for readings and stuff like that. And the one thing that I've noticed with some of the men when it comes to them wanting a reading about their love life and all that, why is it that some men, I mean, he can't speak for all men, but why is it that if they want to keep the woman that they're with or get their ex back, they want to tell their ex about other women trying to make them jealous? What is that? I feel like that's going to push the woman away whom they're trying to pursue. So why do some guys tell women about other, it makes no sense to me. Why would a man tell a woman about another woman if he's trying to get her back? Is he trying to come off as being like he got options or he's available or want somebody to go crazy? Oh, I never understood it. I'm telling you, I was like, why would you do that? What are you getting out of it? Outside of this woman probably gonna go on, you know, trying to make himself seem valuable, I guess. I'm just taking a wild guess. It's not a question about all men and all women. Some women do it too. Roster talking to make her jealous. I believe that. Because I know, like with me, if I'm talking to a man, I can't imagine me saying, well, I got this man on my job and he keep right on looking at me. I'm like, what? Like, okay, and this is my thing. If I'm sitting there, if I'm gonna tell a man about a guy that I'm talking to, I'm gonna tell him about another man that's checking me out on my job. First of all, I must not be doing my work. If I got a whole dialogue when I get home to tell him about, I must not be doing my work. You know, I must not be doing my work. I think it's crazy. I mean, I can't. Mm-mm. Is that woman supposed to call the other woman for a reference, like a job? I don't know, so serendipity, but I know it happens a lot. And I just don't know why that would be something people would do. Because it just seemed like that would run a person off. Trying to make, I know with me, I'm past the games. You tell me something like that, I'm gonna say, okay, if that's who you want to be with, cool. Don't let the door hit you. I don't have time for that. We're getting too old for that. So if a guy's trying to make me jealous in that way, he's gonna lose every time. Because I mean, I just have to say okay and move on, move forward. Because I would say clearly, I'm not who you want. Mm-hmm. Driana. Yeah, it's just I never. I mean, I guess I don't understand it. And a lot of men that I've had um conversations with, that's the one thing that they seem to kind of get a kick out of is when the woman gets a little jealous or something. But I tell them real quick, like, I'm not gonna fight over you. I'm not gonna fight over you. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time trying to figure out why. Because if that woman, whoever you trying to say, whoever, whatever, if they mean that much to you, that's where you need to be. That's where you need to be and leave me alone. I feel like that's why you can't put your all into situations. You got to leave some space for yourself so that you can maintain yourself through this process of dating, you know? You got to stay true. Always keep your activities going, keep your life going. You know, just keep moving. Whether this person stays in your life or not, you still didn't stop moving. Cuz I mean, things, you know, nothing's guaranteed. And I feel like, I'm sorry, but you, whoever you are you not for me. Exactly. It's very hard because people be on the down low as they are about, but I'm gay, so I stay single. Okay, heart, soul. That's true. Yeah, so I say when you know, everything is a risk. So I say, you know, make sure you got your life going. Whether this person stays with you or not. You got your life going. You got things going on for you, you know, and you got to just put it in the Lord's hands and trust that you will be shown the way. And another thing is that when we give people our power, because a lot of times we give people our power and they take it and use it against us. They'll try to use it against us. If they feel like you just so crazy over them, they'll try to use that. So allow yourself to be a bit mysterious. Allow yourself to be calm, cool, and collected. Even if you get a little anxious, still be calm. Because I kid you not, sometimes when you keep worrying about a situation or you keep bringing it up to the person, I don't know, for whatever the reason, they want to do the opposite. I guess it seems intriguing or something. Because I know, like with me, if you tell me that there's another woman that wants you or this and that, I'm going to say, all right, well, it's been nice knowing you. And if that's something you want to do, you go right ahead and you do that. Just saying. Why are we talking? Why are you telling me about this? I can't help who was in your past because I have a past, you have a past. I can't help who was in your past, but why are you still telling me about somebody else? You know? And you got to keep yourself good in that way. Don't ever let somebody think they got the best of you. Don't ever let anybody think they got the best of you or you can't go on without them. Uh-huh, Brad, that's true. Some women do want a man that'll fight for 'em. I never been that type, but there are some, and you know, they want somebody to fuss with them and all that. Never been that type, and I don't plan on being that type. That's a waste of time. And then you coming out of your femininity too. You put your feminine energy down to pick up the masculinity to try to fight, be territorial, and all this stuff. And I'm a firm believer that what's for me is for me. I don't have to fight over it. I don't have to go looking. I don't have to go through your phone. I don't have to drive by your house. I don't have to do any of that. If you are really for me, then you'll be here. Point blank. All I got to do is stay balanced the best way I know how and be cool and keep my life going. And if this man is for me, he'll be there. If he's not, then he never was. You know what I'm saying? There's no need in trying to chase a person down, trying to look at their phone, trying to convince them that you're the best option. Why are you doing all that? They know you're a they know you're a catch. They know you got a lot going for yourself. But if they are not in a position to accept it, then that's on them. Why are we going to spend so much time trying to convince people of our worth? And sometimes, y'all, if that happens, how about you just try to ignore it? See what happens. It'll probably make them mad. If somebody, you talking to somebody, they trying to make you jealous, just ignore them and see what happens. Just ignore them. Keep your life going, do all that, and just say, okay, yep, walk off, go on. Just ignore it. Don't give it a response. Because a lot of times they want a response. That bragging would have been the shortest 2-second conversation for me. It just, it's tacky. It's distasteful. I was called a well, no, you're not a narcissist. I wouldn't say that's a narcissist for not responding. I would say that's you maintaining your peace. That's what I would say. That's you maintaining your peace. Yeah, my grandpa used to say you can't fuss by yourself. Ooh, Brad. I used to hear that too. I'm telling you, if you guys, if you this, listen to what I'm saying. If you are getting to know someone, and then I'm really gonna go, y'all, because I don't want my device to go out on you. Okay, if you're getting to know someone, and this person checks a lot of your boxes, right? But they have this little insecurity, and they want to try to make you jealous for whatever to put up with it. But what I am saying is ignore it and decide what you're gonna do. You can ignore it, but if it keeps coming up, then you already know. But a lot of times, most times than not, they're trying to get a reaction out of you. They want a response. They want a reaction. And why give them that? They want to react, even if it's a negative reaction. They want to react. They want to see you just be uncomfortable for a minute, so they can say, "I got him. I got." If you're a person like me, I'm just like, okay, I care about you and all that, but I can go on without you. Like if I had to live without you, that's what I'd have to do. Those are just game. Yeah, Adriana, just childish stuff. And I just say, hey, just ignore them. Walk away. Ignore what they're saying. Well, such and such is crazy about me. Okay. Instead of you saying, well, why don't you be with her then? Or why don't you be with him then? Just say, okay, cool. And ignore what they say. Just ignore it. And walk away or whatever you got to do. Don't give it a response. Don't feed into it. Because a lot of times they want you to be losing your mind over them. They want you to be losing your mind over them. Like, no. No. But keep your life going so that you're not sitting around just wondering about them. Make it so people are wondering about you, what you got going on. Be a bit unpredictable. Be a bit unpredictable. Don't be the typical person that'll get mad and try to go, you know. That's right, Deborah. Why is it always survival if the fittest relationships? I'm over it. Hmm. Oh, it ain't. It's not about that. If you don't want to be in it, by all means, don't be in it. But I'm just saying, don't give it energy, whether you decide to walk away permanently or not. Because we got some people that may not want to walk away. That's why I'm trying to give an account for everyone, depending on the situation. But I'm saying, don't give it your energy. Don't give it your time. When you start giving it your energy and your time, it has power over you. I, I agree, serendipity. And I believe in giving a person space just to see what they're going to do naturally. I just believe in it instead of trying to hunt them down and trying to, you know, just trying to chase them down, trying to do all this stuff. I believe in giving a person space to see what they're going to do naturally. And you'll know. You will know. Because you can only fake for so long. You can only fake so long. I know. I'm about to end it. It's been over 2 hours. Yeah. Yep. Driana, thank you so much for reminding me. But yeah, everybody, just give it some thought. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure you protect yourself. Or they need validation. That's a big one, yours truly. Because, excuse me, they could have some insecurities and they want validation from the person that they're dating. Now, I'm not saying that's your responsibility. Your responsibility is not to validate this person constantly. Your responsibility is to continue being you. Your responsibility is to provide likeship. Like if you like the person, show them. But it's up to them to receive it. And in the process, them telling you about somebody else is not really helping. You know what I'm saying? I would say ignore it. And then if it persists, then I'd probably have to be thinking about another alternative. I would have the conversation with them. I would definitely have the conversation, but I would also be thinking about what for movement's going to look like, because the person could be extremely insecure. You know, but that's not your problem. I'm just saying they could be extremely insecure and they want validation so that it can help them to feel more confident, because the person may have been hurt or something. But you have to decide what's healthy for you. Mm-hmm. I agree. I agree, Driana. Any other comments about anything we've discussed tonight? That's right. Don't give it in, because anything you give energy to, you're feeding it. So when you don't feed it, if you notice, people just kind of back down. They're just like, and after a while, they'll see that they can't get a reaction out of you, and you know, it's not worth addressing. It's just not worth addressing. So, does anyone else have any feedback they'd like to put in the chat before we go. Please feel free. I agree, Deborah. There are a lot of people that are hurt, still trying to heal, still trying to process things. You know, I agree. You got a person that's on that kind of stuff. There's definitely something going on. So I agree. I got a chance to listen to your reading earlier and I resonated with that. Thank you. My pleasure. Thank you, Brad. I really appreciate you coming in. Thank you for your feedback in the chat. All right, everybody, I'm going to let you go. Hopefully, you're going to bed and you sleep well tonight. Remember, you're worth it always. And I hope you have a blessed and safe night. Take care of yourself. And until next time, be blessed. Bye.